Carol, your overall thoughts about this particular report, the latest being even more alarming than the last?
Yes, I would agree with Camille. I don't like doom and gloom, but at the same time, because people shy from it, if you say we are doing so bad, some people might just shut down and say, like, why do we keep trying? Why there's nothing we can do, right? But I think this report, even though it's a very strong message, on one side, it gives solutions that we can't do it. It gives the gaps that we have, like we need more resources for adaptation, we need more financial flows. It tells you that as humans, there's a lot we can do, and we can change our behaviors and our attitudes in order to help and try to decrease. It also brings you ways that, like nature-based solutions. Okay, we have all these methods that we could use, like nature-based solutions, but we need to take care of nature so it works. So in a sense, for me, yes, it's a little bit alarming, but we also need that, because for me, it's like future generations, they need to hear it. They need to see, okay, we need to start acting out, and we have to be all of us. It cannot be just the scientists, cannot be just academics. It has to be everyone. It has to be a holistic approach. That on one hand. On the other hand, talking about history, first IPCC report was 1988. And talking about sustainable development, which is also huge in this report, we're talking about first time that we coined the definition of sustainable development was 1987 with the Brundtland report. So as Camille was saying, we've been talking about it for quite a while, and not much attention has been paid, I must say, sadly, to what we've been saying. And I think it's because of the Earth Summit was in part because of precisely the Brundtland report and the IPCC in trying to get here. UNFCCC came out of the Earth Summit. So we have progressed, but we're still kind of providing more evidence to what we have said since 30 years ago, 20 years ago. And I think that's this report, even though it brings that back, yes, we have done some progress, but we're still so much to go and so much to do. But also the solutions for me has been key. Since I teach in the university, I was telling my students about it, and it's like there is hope, we can do it. We need a lot of political will. Okay, we have to put that up front. But there's a lot that communities can do. There's a lot like NGOs, the civic society can do. However, again, the window of opportunity is narrowing down, and we're going faster and faster towards it. So we need to start making decisions yesterday, and we need to start implementing those decisions and focusing again, especially on the regions that are more vulnerable, because there's some more vulnerable than others and that are suffering the impacts more than others, focusing on adaptation measures.
And you mentioned CCC, is that the UN Climate Change Conference?
United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, sorry.
That's okay, that's okay. So adaptation mitigation, is mitigation, I understand what adaptation is mitigation trying to reduce the amount and the rate of emissions being released, or is it something else? Because I know so many activists just say we can't just focus on how to deal with it, after it's here, which it is. We need to cut it off at the source, which is, massive, aggressive across the board reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, which of course we have not achieved. So give us maybe a definition of mitigation.
Reduction in greenhouse gas emissions?
That's what it is, that reduction. Okay. Mitigating the amount and the rate and all that. Okay. Glad to hear that.
A reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. And just to continue what you're saying, we need both. We need mitigation and we need adaptation. For the longest time, we focus on mitigation, thinking that if we focus on mitigation, we wouldn't need to do so much in adaptation.
Right.
However, it has been proven that we need to focus on both. It's a synergic relationship. Again, historically, it was much more mitigation. Even the NDCs, the National Determined Contributions at the beginning, only included mitigation. It was because of the push and because of the pressure of developing countries that included adaptation. And many of developing countries included adaptations in their NDCs because of the importance of adaptation. The same with the Green Climate Fund. That was another thing that happened that has 50% for adaptation, 50% for mitigation, trying to increase that. And in the COP26, there was this push also to increase the adaptation goal, and it's in the Glasgow Climate Pact. because we need to continue to increase that adaptation goal, because the way I see it, adaptation was in the back burner for way too long.